Have you ever had a coworker snap at you at work? Or your boss throw you a curveball in front of everyone? Your heart races, your hands sweat, and you want to fight back or just hide. What if I told you that public speaking, that make you a better public speaker, can also help you stay cool, calm, and collected during workplace conflicts? Today, I'll show you how. Imagine this. You're in a meeting, you share an idea you've been working on all week long, and bam, someone cuts you off. That won't work. Suddenly you feel small, angry, and maybe ready to explode. I've been there. But here's the secret. Public speaking gives you the tools to handle conflict calmly and clearly. Hi, I'm Marie-Josée from Powerful Communication. In today's video, I'll show you how public speaking can help you handle workplace conflict without losing your cool. So let's unlock those tools together, shall we? First, here are a few tips that you can use to help you handle the situation better. The first tip is to control your breathing. Breathe before you start talking, especially in a hard situation. Public speaking trains you to pause, breathe, and then speak. In conflict, breathing equals power. It means you can control your emotions, and it also slows your reactions. Just imagine situation 1. What you're doing is horrible. You're not a good worker. What do you mean I'm not a good worker? You always put me down at work. Who do you think you are? You see the situation? Let's look at situation 2. See how it looks. You don't know how to work. You always make mistakes. Really? How can you say that? Tell me how exactly I'm making mistakes, and please tell me how I can improve myself and how I can fix the problem. You see the difference here? You're in control. So try this mini exercise. Before answering, inhale through the nose, exhale slowly, then respond. That's the best way for you to diffuse a bomb situation. Tip number 2 is use I statements instead of you attacks. Public speakers learn to frame their messages for impact. Instead of you saying, "You never listen to me," try saying this: "I truly feel unheard when my ideas are cut off like this." It's clear, it's calm, and frankly harder to argue with. Also, why is it wrong? Well, first of all, you don't really know what the other person's intentions are. Even if they seem like you're right, you don't know what they're feeling. You may think you know. The only thing you can be sure of is your own emotion. So use the I statements instead of accusing the other person. First of all, when people feel they are being accused, they respond very often in a violent manner or in a stressful way. I myself, I'm a little bit of a hothead, and some of my friends know this. I can get angry pretty easily and quickly. So one of my friends would say, "Oh, Marie, that's not what I said. That's not what the situation is all about. So let's calm down and let's talk about this." See, every time this person does that, I just calm down and I'm ready to talk and finally to communicate. Because when you're screaming, you're too busy listening to your own voice and paying attention to your own feelings. You're not ready to listen to the other person. Tip number 3, match your tone, not their anger. I've said it many times in my other videos. Public speaking put a lot of emphasis on voice variety. And in a conflict situation, your voice can really help you take control of the situation. So what you do is when other people raise their voice, you do the opposite. You slow down and lower your tone, and at the same time create a calm situation. It's like turning the heat down in the room. Tip number 4, structure your thoughts quickly. As you may know, in a speech, you have an introduction, a body, or a point, and the conclusion. In a conflict situation, you state the issue. For example, it could be, "Last week, one of our customers called us. She was very disappointed and disturbed." Then you give a clear example. "As a result, she wanted to stop working with us." Then you offer a solution. "Here's what we can do. We call this customer, we apologize, and let's offer her either a free service or something that really tells her that we're truly sorry and that we value her business." And this is how we can calm the situation quickly. You know me, I like playing games, Because let's face it, public speaking, it's not the activities that we all enjoy doing, but I think many of us realize that public speaking is really important. It's a necessity in our lives. So when I bring out games, it's not to make light of what we're doing. It's really to help you practice as often as possible. So game number 1 is this: cool comebacks. So you play with a partner. One pretends to throw harsh workplace comments. For example, that idea is useless. The partner's role is to respond calmly using a pause, breathing, using I statements, and coming up with one short suggestion. If at first you don't know exactly what type of comments you can use, try and remember the situations at work that you could not fix to your satisfaction. There was a conflict with a coworker, with your boss, and you're not satisfied with the way things ended. So here's your opportunity to practice the role play. Do this as long or as quickly as you want, and once you've done it once, change roles. You can have 2 different situations. For example, your partner can be from a lawyer's office and you're from an accountant's office. And you practice very different situations. So you really need to step up to the plate and come up and really think on your feet. It's a really great experience to think quickly. Don't forget to keep it light and fun. Game number 2 is called Tone Mirror. Again, you play with a partner. One person will start by speaking in an angry tone of voice. You don't need to scream at each other. Just speak in a way that the other person will know that you're not happy, that you're angry. And what the other person has to do is to mirror what you're saying, repeating it, but in a calmer, softer tone, and probably even slower. It really helps you to diffuse the emotions that you have inside. It's a great way to keep your cool, for sure. So as you can see, public speaking is not just about stages and spotlights. It's for real-life situations, especially when real life can get real messy. By breathing, using I statements, keeping your tone calm, and structuring your response can turn your conflict into collaboration. If this video gave you the tools to stay cool, don't stop here. Check out my list of the 10 biggest fears people can have when they speak in public. Maybe you'll recognize a few of your own. And don't forget to click on the link above to keep building your communication superpowers. Stay calm, stay confident, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.